Evening guys, I haven't done an update on the veg patch this year because I didn't see the point of showing you turning the ground over that I've already showed you before. But after the pigs are gone, I've managed to turn it over 3 times. Yeah, one to break up or break it up after the pigs, so they stomp it down quite hard. 2 just to get it a bit level, and then 3 just to cut through all the straw and stuff that was left out the bedding. I'm looking a bit sweaty and a bit dirty. It's 7 o'clock at night and I've literally just finished. And I've literally just turned over next door's garden, which is almost the same length as mine. So this year, so far, I'm changing a couple of little bits. So the onions, I bought seedlings. I was going to set them myself, but I thought I was a bit late. So I bought a couple of varieties of white onion. The reason I've done that, and I'll explain it a bit later, or a bit more in detail, is I've been following someone who's done no-dig gardening, and he pointed something out. I always set my, because we have a pigs, set my onion sets too late, basically. So they think they've either gone for a winter or not gone for a winter. So rather than gaining size, they just basically grow a little bit and then seed. So I'm trying seedlings this year. So far in the garden we've got kohlrabi, celery, sprouts, cabbage, and a couple of rows of potatoes. They're Albert Bartlett potatoes. I'm not quite sure what they were. They're red, so whatever they are. I'll show you it in a minute. I'll turn you around. Brent, there's one thing you've got over me so far, is you've got a greenhouse. I haven't. I've got a pig house. So this is the babies. You can see them all tucked up in here. I will be bringing the tomatoes out in a bit. Like I said, it's 7 o'clock at night. I'm going to just finish work. So, you know, the tomatoes have got to come out, get potted on, come out, and they'll be going in there. It's basically just like a giant cold frame at the minute. Excuse me. If you followed me last year in the veg plot, you'll see a massive change. If you've not been following me with this section, I've actually concreted it off like I said I was going to. Last year it was just an absolute tip, this end, but that's all changed. I will spin you around in a second and show you what the veg plot looks like so far. Can't really see a great deal, to be fair, but I've had one trick with the pigeons this year. Now I tried doing it last year, but there must have been too much rain or wind because they never stayed on the stakes, and that is bags on canes. Oh, and a little scarecrow. That was to keep the daughter happy. She wanted to build a scarecrow, so we built a child-size one. Funniest thing is when we said let's build a scarecrow, she went and got my clothes. Cheeky shit about. So we went and got some of her old clothes and built a scarecrow, and it seems to keep the pigeons off. So whether it's the bags, the scarecrow, or a combination of the two, I'm not sure, but it's working, because normally within a week, in fact within a couple of days, me planting anything brassica wise, it's normally eaten by the pigeons. I've got garlic in as well. That's gone in a little bit later than usual as well. Normally I've got a bed down the side where I stick it in winter and let it grow. I've got onward peas in, they're just sprouting now. Broad beans, I don't know if anybody else finds this, but I've tried growing broad beans for the last 3 years. I don't know if it's my ground or seedlings, because they don't seem to come up much bigger. Because what I'd normally do is save the so many seeds from the year before and then plant them next at the end of the year. But I've not actually been getting anything off them. They'll grow to about 6 to 8 inches and then that's it. I mean, it's not as if they're a dwarf variety either. But let me spin you around if I can. If not, I'll pause it and have a look now. So as you can see, the scarecrow, bonus about it. So I have bought some seedlings just to get ahead of things. So all the cabbage, and pretty much everything in is, apart from the garlic, has been bought in as seedlings. I have got my own set growing, but I just want to get ahead of it. So, garlic, I don't know if you can see that across there. You can see them just starting to sprout up. I'm rocking actually. I've actually come out here just to water, so there you go. As you can see, if you might link up a bit further up somewhere show you what it looked like last year if I can find a video. You have to excuse the video and as well as shaking because I've got a really malfunctioning camera again, so I'm having to use a phone. But last year you'll see that that end there was an absolute total mess. This year it won't be because obviously it's filled with concrete and bricks, so there you go. So, been following someone, I'm sure, I'll link him in, he's a YouTuber, David Dowding, I think his name is. No big gardener. My hands. The only thing about this job, I'm not having a tripod for this, it's shaky. I've learned a lot from him. So, well, following him, I've learned a few things. And if you notice, everything's in sections and there's a path between them. Now I normally try and do everything as one and try and weed in between, but I think this way, with the beds being only about 4 foot wide and 2 meters long, each bed is going to be a lot easier to manage. And I'm going to, next time you see this plot, it'll have a lot more compost. So on each bed I'm going to pile about 2 to 3 inches of compost as a mulch, and trying to keep the weeds down and help the plants grow basically. I will go into it a little bit more detail. I will put a link in the description for the guy that I'm talking about. But yeah, just a quick update. Hope you're well, Bren and Kev. I was hoping that LHL Gardening Services would get on the bandwagon of the pumpkins as he's got an allotment. If you're listening, mate, get in contact and I'll send you some seeds if you're interested. Anyway, I'm going to crack on. It's too late. I'm going to get some dinner. See you later.